Hey, you. Yeah, you. We need to talk. It's been 19 years since we first met. 19 years. Almost 2 decades of my life wrapped up with you. What a ride it's been. Twisted, addictive. Sometimes it even felt like love. We had our fun, right? But this is it. This is the end. Dear porn, I'm breaking up with you. We started going out when I was 11. An ad for you popped up on a Flash game website. An ad that had no business being there, not on a website where children played. When I first laid eyes on you, I felt a rush of emotions I couldn't explain. I had never seen a woman without clothes before. I was scared. I knew it was wrong. I was worried about being caught, but I also wanted to see more. So much more. You became my childhood sweetheart. A forbidden frill, like Romeo and Juliet, but this was no romance. Just pixels and silence. I'd sneak out of bed at night while my family slept, just to be with you. The bags grew under my young eyes, and I lost my youthful glow. From outgoing, I became shy. From cheerful to withdrawn. Still, I returned to you every night. You were exciting, dangerous, mine. I was like Smeagol, this precious ring. My mother caught us one night. Her 11-year-old son. I had school in the morning. Why was I still awake? She walked in, and there on the screen were hundreds of pictures and videos of you. I tried to close them one by one, panicking, but it was too late. She told me you would ruin my life if I didn't stop, that you would drag me to hell, that you could even land me in prison. She cut off my internet for months. She was trying her best to be a good mother. She didn't understand the internet, and the damage was already done. The months away from you weren't enough. I still made my way back to you. I lied to myself that I could control our relationship. I was sucked back into your spell. I loved you more than everything important to me, despite my faith, despite the guilt and the shame, despite the regret I felt after every time you hurt me, each and every time. I loved you, even as I developed social anxiety, even as I lost my carefree nature, even as I grew isolated from my classmates and friends. I wanted to quit since I was 12. I would break up with you after a night together, promising God that I'd never go back, crying on my way to school. But at school, I couldn't get you out of my head. Your beauty, the way you distracted me from problems, the very problems you caused. New videos every day, new websites, new actresses. You always had something new to hook me. And in the evening, I would make up with you again. Somewhere along the line, I just became numb to regret. I believed this was my life now. I was stuck with you forever. I stopped praying. I was developing bags under my eyes from lack of sleep every night. I wasn't even trying to quit any. Then at 15, God showed me just how much havoc you were wreaking. I heard a divine voice at night in my bed telling me to leave you for good. It was life-changing. I had experienced the supernatural, divine intervention. And the terrifying truth was I had to leave you. I confessed to my mother, to my friends, that I was still with you after 3-4 years, that you were still wrecking my life. But God had warned me to change my life. I wanted to be done then, and for the first time, I made it over 3 weeks without you. Not because I had no option, not because I had no internet. On sheer willpower and divine fear, I resisted you. 3 whole weeks of freedom, even with the option to see you every day. But still I returned. And when I returned, I lied to my family and friends. I told them I was still free. But those 3 weeks, they were the beginning. They were proof it was possible. Now I had something I never had before, hope. But I wasn't free yet. Once I saw There was no lightning from heaven. I lost the fear that kept me in check. I would spend late nights with you again, getting more and more hooked for years, neglecting my prayers, my family, my studies, my hobbies. Thought had been planted, though. Get out. Leave her for good. She's ruining your life. I might make it a week or 10 days without you, but I always folded. I searched online, desperate for escape. I started researching how to break up with you. Late nights spent reading forums, watching videos. Someone suggested a 30-day water fast, said that it would purge you from my system. Most people would be terrified. Don't you die if you don't eat. Surely you must have 3 meals a day. I was determined. I followed through. No food in my body. My ribs starting to show. My friends begging me to eat, not knowing my real aim. And I made it 26 whole days. But on day 27, as weak as I was, you were still more important to me than food. You were more important to me than food. A heartbreaking realization. At that stage, I was fired up to try something new again, a new strategy. I thought I could control our interactions, keep things X-rated instead of XXX rated. The softer stuff. Stop myself before going too far. No fireworks at the end. I lasted over 300 days that way. And during those 300 days, it was the best period of my life since I met you. My social anxiety faded. Girls were attracted to me. I could see a beautiful future again. Then sessions with you were a battle to stay grounded. I didn't want to cross the arbitrary red lines that I draw. I'd delay meeting you still. A few days, a couple weeks, but it was still wrong. When I finally spent the night with you again, I fell into depression deeper than before. I hated how much I wanted you. I later learned that this was called edging. And instead of escaping, I was only becoming more hooked. You only became more precious to me. I hated falling for your tricks. I hated keeping you around. Even when I had a real girlfriend, you were jealous. You wanted me all to yourself. And I let you have me. I neglected my real relationship and let it die. My girlfriend broke up with me. I cried and ran back into your arms. In school, I was an excellent student, among the best in my school. I could have applied to top universities, Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College, among the best in the world. But I let you set my goals instead. I didn't study. I didn't complete my coursework. I spent late nights with you and went to school like a zombie. I lied to my friends, pretended I'd broken up with you years ago. Schoolwork suffered. I got far lower grades than I was capable of. My teachers wondered what had happened to me. And when school ended, I floundered. Dead end, minimum wage jobs, failed business attempts with friends. Friends were hungry and full of passion. They wanted to make some money and a name for themselves. I tried to keep up, but my energy was drained. I was a weak link in the chain. The years passed. I missed out on accomplishments in life. I watched my peers graduate from good universities, find good jobs, marry, have children. I promised myself every year that I'd be free of you. Each new year, each birthday, the first of the month, a new Monday after a weekend of binging. I tried again and again to leave you. Sometimes weeks, sometimes a month, but always I came running back. I couldn't understand it. I didn't even believe I liked you. I wasn't consciously aware of how deep the longing ran. My relationship with you stifled my talent, my potential, my entrepreneurship. It became overwhelming. I confessed to my friends that I was struggling in this toxic relationship. My mother found a book I had, a book on how to leave you. Then she realized I still hadn't quit. Now I had accountability. People in my life would ask me if I'd gone back to you or not. At one time, I even made a wager. I told my friends I'd pay them £100 each if I couldn't stay away from you. I failed. I paid them. They couldn't understand. Why is this such a problem? Can't you just see her once a week? It doesn't have to be every night. They didn't know. They couldn't understand what I was going through. You were dating all of them too. They enjoyed being with you. Your body count must be insane. Hundreds of millions of people all around the world, some struggling, some happy to be with you. And you always wanted more. You were never satisfied. Just like me. My friends didn't know that I was already down to seeing you only twice a month. And even then, I'd spend so much time with you during those meetups to make up for the absence. But I wanted to leave you permanently. One time, I pledged to read scripture every day and made it 44 days without you. But then one picture of you on Instagram, where it never should have been posted, sucked me back into your web. After another new year and another broken promise to myself, I was overwhelmed. I burst into tears while getting ready for work. I just couldn't go in that day. I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with severe depression. All because of you. A toxic love-hate relationship. Things had to change. They really did. I started reading books. I joined communities. Advice from people who had also been in love-hate relationships with you. Some of them had been free for years. And I saw it was possible. The hope inside me grew stronger. I worked hard. I cut out social media. I limited my internet use. No junk food, no video games, no TV shows. Daily exercise. I listened to the Quran every single day, constantly reminding myself I didn't want you anymore. I had a list of reasons I would read out every morning. I made it 58 days. But when I went back, you had me worse than before. Barely a day of air between multiple binge sessions. You enchanted me. I missed you during my absence, and I made up for lost time. Shame, guilt, regret, they'd pushed me away. I always came back. One day, my friend called me. We had a long conversation on the phone while you were right there in the room. Dozens of videos of you open on my laptop, tabs and tabs. I was annoyed that he was interrupting us. He asked me, "Are you even trying to leave her anymore? I'm not even sure you'll ever break up with her. You're ruining your life. You're throwing away your potential." That day I resolved, a year from now, I would not be in the same place. I worked harder than ever. I read 10 books, listened to hundreds of podcast episodes. I read thousands of articles. I had daily conversations in online communities. I became a leader in the community, inspiring others with my journey. And I made it to 90 days, the famed 90 days, the milestone that people said I'd finally be strong enough. I was overjoyed. But then 3 days later, I was already flirting with the idea of seeing you again. The pull was still there. I snuck online during the night. I kissed you on day 93. With some content on YouTube, others wouldn't have batted an eye at it. It was nothing. But I knew I was watching it. It definitely wasn't safe for me. Just a step along a path back to you. The desire flooded me. I almost ruined everything. But I pulled back. I didn't give in fully. And that night, it took superhuman strength. After that, I redoubled my efforts. I made it another 100+ days. I was in the best shape in years, exercising daily. My social anxiety was gone. I was extroverted again, like my childhood self. I had a better job. I had good relationships with family and friends. The girls were showing interest, happier than I'd been in over 10 years. But then depression hit, caused, I later learned, by my brain healing from all the damage you've done. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know what flatlines were. I just knew I felt empty. And I thought, if I'm this depressed without you, I may as well be depressed with you. Slowly, I started slipping week by week. The barriers fell. The restrictions loosened. 6 months in, I searched for you online for the first time. I felt so guilty. I tried to stop, but the thought was already planted. 50 days later, I stole a phone from my sister's room just to see you again. And when I was intimate with you, after nearly 300 days, I hit one of the darkest points in my life. The weight of depression was unbearable. I thought about ways to escape the pain, thoughts I never imagined I'd have, terrifyingly detailed thoughts. Deep down, I didn't want to disappear. I didn't want to leave the people I loved, but the thoughts were there. So I reached out for help. Therapy didn't fix everything, but by God's grace, I found enough strength to keep going. And I'm so thankful that I did. I know I'm not the only one. Others have also been in that same dark place. It's painful, it's isolating, but there is a way through. There is a path forward. I made more attempts to break up with you. 50 days, 120 days, 90, 30. Each time I came back. And as they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. After nearly 300 days apart, I loved you more than ever. There was a whole year that passed, and I barely even fought my desire to leave you. I'd given up. My brain had changed. It was like young love all over again. But you also hurt me more than ever before. You were killing me slowly. You were ruining my relationship with God, with my family, my friends. You were destroying my career, my finances, my future. I hated telling my friends I'd taken you back again and again and again. I felt like the biggest idiot in the world. And yet, no one was forcing me. It was my own decision every time. I hated that I loved you so much. But enough is enough. I'm breaking up with you for good this time. It's not me. It's definitely you. I need space. I need distance. I need to get far, far away from you. I thought I was in love with you, but it was a lie, an illusion, a distraction from the pain and suffering in my life. But facing that pain, going through it, is the only way to grow, to become someone who doesn't need you anymore. You were never exciting. You were repetitive, predictable, always the same script, every single time, the terrible acting, the unbelievable scenarios of washing machines, and you don't even really look good in real life. It's all fake, lies designed to keep me with you forever. Imagining a future with you terrifies me. It's empty, it's lonely, it's meaningless. The life I will live without you, that life will be incredible. The stuff of legends. I will be more connected to God than ever before. I will find a beautiful wife, build a family, support each other towards our dreams. I will develop myself, learn new skills, new hobbies, new languages. I'll go back to school, unlock my potential, earn money, become financially free, retire my mother. I will have fantastic relationships with family, with friends. I'll be a social butterfly. Again, I will inspire millions of people struggling with you to quit being with you too. I'll build a life so free, so beautiful, that the thought of being with you becomes a distant memory. Sure, I know the thought of you will pop into my head from time to time, but I won't take you back. I know all your tricks now. 19 years together. There's nothing new you can tell me. I am done for good this time. I will never go back to you again, and I will never change my mind. I am strong enough. I am capable enough, and I love myself enough to want better than anything you can ever offer me. Goodbye, porn. This is Forerunner logging off. The last time we met was the last time, and you will never see me again.